All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the WD Broadcasting Network. Tonight, we are once again back with the Leave the Pack iRacing League Gauntlet Series here at the Hickory Motor Speedway, ready for street stocks here in week number 6. It's going to be a fun one. These street stocks are known for putting on a show, especially here on iRacing. And the track is very hot and slick. These guys are going to have a hard time keeping the tires on it for 60 laps. So it's going to be a fun one. They're wrapping up practice right now. They've got about 2 minutes left before they wrap things up. But while we are here, I'm going to jump over to this camera real quick. I don't know if I've used this on the stream. Hopefully it's all set up and it's all working. It looks like it's not. We're going to try it one more time on our live screen. Okay, so the camera is not working. Let's try it one more time. Bada bang, bada boom, there we go. Got the WD Broadcasting Network merchandise in. I'm wearing the pink logo hoodie. I've got the white hat on as well. You guys can check it out in the description below if you want to support the WD Broadcasting Network, if you guys like seeing iRacing action like this, like we've got right here. So check that out in the description below. We are ready to go racing here at Hickory. They've got a minute and a half left. We'll get the practice times up on the left side so you guys can all see where your drivers are. I tried to anyhow. Yeah, we'll get that all sorted. Carter Hollingsworth repping the freshly painted 28 machine here this evening. Hopefully he can put it in victory lane. We spent about an hour working on that car. I think it turned out pretty nice. Connor Osborne back once again with the Leave the Pack Gauntlet Series. As practice has officially wrapped up, we've got 17 cars on hand ready to go qualifying for tonight's 60-lap feature event. There is no invert, so they will start where they qualify. So this is going to be a very important 5 minutes. And look at that, the clouds have come out here in qualifying. And we'll see if the times pick up just a little bit. Connor Osborne, the first driver on track, trying to get his qualifying run in. Also in a freshly painted street stock here tonight. First lap time for Osborne, a 15:49 on lap number 1. It's tricky to get these little street stocks around Hickory. They tend to step out on you quite a bit. So we'll see what Osborne can do. A little sideways across the line that time. And that lap not going to count, as he did get into the wall just a little bit. This driver has one victory so far this season. That was in the Legends car. Number 22 machine. Took my number right off my car. This is Brian Grable. Grable on his second time around. Got to load back in and look at timing and scoring here. Second time around for Grable. He'll be 7th quick with a 15.56. Brandon Atkinson currently sits at the top of the standings with a 15.39. Caleb Dyer, second quick with a 15.44. It's a pretty good lap from the 17 of Dyer. And Carter Hollingsworth goes top of the board in the 28, a 15:35. That's the fastest lap we've seen. So the 28 of Hollingsworth, as of right now, going to have a good starting position for tonight's 60 lap main event. Next driver out on the track, Braxton Weiss, making another start here in the Leave the Pack Gauntlet Series. Got his first win last week in the Gauntlet Series. That was in the Tour Mods. As he comes around turns 3 and 4 to see the checkered flag. Braxton, third quick in the 8 machine. Good qualifying effort there. Adam Fulford currently 10th on lap number 1. We'll see if he can pick it up here on his second go-around. And Fulford going to pick it up, but he won't gain a position in the 10th spot. So he'll be starting from P10 as of right now. We'll see what Dylan Connor can do. His first lap time, second quick of 15.36 for the number 91 machine. He's got a victory so far, or he's got a victory this season, I should say. Connor going to shut it down on lap 2. Looks like that's going to be it for his qualifying run. Now Connor Lee in the 51 machine. Going to give qualifying a go. Lee going to go 14th quick with a 15.555. And I think that is going to wrap up qualifying for tonight's Leave the Pack Gauntlet Series race at the Hickory Motor Speedway. I'm still trying to get timing and scoring up for you guys so we can all know what lap we're on and where everybody is. Qualifying just about finished up here. Should be throwing the checkered flag any moment now. As it is now time for the race here at the Hickory Motor Speedway. It looks like the clouds have come out, so these guys have gotten a little bit of luck. I mentioned in the drivers' meeting it was going to be sunny. It looks like that is not going to be the case, so 60 laps here at the Hickory Motor Speedway. We are ready to run through our starting lineup. Gonna try to reload the timing and scoring app one more time. Boom, there we go, right on the grid. Perfect timing. So it is time to meet our starting grid for tonight's 60 lap feature. We'll get our lineup on screen. Carter Hollingsworth going to roll off from the pole. He will start next to the 91 of Dylan Connor. Brandon Atkinson going to start third next to the number 8 machine, last week's winner, Braxton Weiss, in the number 8. Caleb Dyer in the 17 going to roll off from the inside of row number 3. He'll have two-time Street Stock Showdown champion Brandon Elvis to his outside. Easton Swain going to start from the 7th spot here tonight in the 33. He'll have Jaden Russell in the 11 machine to his outside. Chloe Mazzagatti and Connor Osborne are going to round out the top 10 in row number 5. They'll have Adam Fulford and Zach Murphy back behind them in row number 6. They'll Look a little bit further back, rounding out our field in the 13th spot. It's the 6 of Ryman Castle, or sorry, the 4 rather. Connor Lee in the 51, going to start 14th. Brian Grable did not get a good qualifying effort in the 22 machine. He's going to be coming from deep in this one, starting 15th on the grid. Logan Drumheller will start from that 16th place spot. And then it's going to be Bryce Bozell, shotgun on the field here in the 883. So the field works their way down into turns 3 and 4. The pace car is off, and it is in the hands of Carter Hollingsworth and Dylan Connor. And we are off and underway here at Hickory. Down through the first couple of corners, Connor loose down the back. A couple cars making contact with the outside wall, but everybody seems to be finding their grounds here. Ooh, Connor a little bit sideways off the corner. Brandon Atkinson going to sneak to the inside. Carter Hollingsworth going to lead lap number 1. They'll have about a 5-car length advantage down into turns 3 and 4. They're side by side on back. Atkinson going to take over the 2nd spot. Dylan Connor going to try to get back down in line, and he's not going to be able to. The caution flag is going to fly. And it's going to be the 91 machine going around Dylan Connor. Turned around the wrong way. A tough break early on for the 91. Your defending Street Stock Showdown champion. Let's take a look at what happened here. What put us under yellow for the first time here tonight. It looked like going down into turns 1 and 2. I think him and Caleb Dyer made a little bit of contact. Yeah, not sure how exactly it happened. Let's try and look at it from the drone camera if we could. I don't know. It looked like the 91 may have came down a little bit early right there. But both drivers at the rear of the field. Tough break for Dylan Connor. He's in this points battle. We do have a drop week here in the Gauntlet series, so after that last race, he's going to be in the battle for the championship, so it's going to be tough for him to recover. Just 5 laps in of our 60 scheduled here this evening. We're going to get the 1 to go signal this time by. We'll send him back green with 54 laps remaining. Carter Hollingsworth in the 28 machine, going to roll off next to Brandon Atkinson through the restart zone, and we're back underway. Ooh, Zach Murphy in the 29 machine checked up a little bit there. They were 3 wide going into 1 back behind. I think everybody's going to try and settle in here. The sun has come back out. They got a little bit of cloud cover through those first 5 laps, but now the sun going to play a factor here. DeWeese in the 8 machine on the bottom side, trying to get around Brandon Elvis in the 4. Elvis really working that outside lane here. Ryan Grable in the 22 machine looks underneath Ryman Castle in the 4. Grable down low. Zach Murphy back behind him as well. It's tough to pass here when you're in a big group like this, because one lane never really has a clear advantage. You can always be right there up on the top side. So we look back up front. Elvis going to take the 3rd spot from DeWeese. Here comes Jaden Russell in the 11 machine, thinking about making a move, and as he does that, here comes Adam Fulford as well. The 11 with a little bit of front end damage You can tell from that early incident, it's a little bit pushed in. Fulford back behind him. It's a good view of what these drivers are going through. It looks like he's got a pretty steady wheel for how hot the track is and how treacherous these cars tend to be. Fulford currently riding in the 6th spot. He's got Chloe Mazzagatti in the 87 back behind him. A little bit further back, here comes Brian Grable. He's already up 6 positions from his 15th place starting spot. He's up inside of the top 10, trying to get around Connor Osborne here for the 7th spot, or sorry, the 8th spot. Osborne up top. Really sideways there on the outside lane. There's contact, and oh, Osborne hard into the wall. He'll try and keep it going, but that front end is going to be severely wounded. We'll go on board, and it looks like it is broken. A tough break for the number 12 machine of Connor Osborne. He's going to have to get that machine pit side, but it's going to be hard. It's not going to want to turn. Adam Fulford taking another peek to the inside of Jaden Russell. He's going to be able to get a drive to the inside there. Dead even through the center of turns 1 and 2. Side by side out of 4. We are 20 laps in. We've got 40 to go here in the street stock feature. As up the racetrack goes Fulford. Russell's going to lose 2 spots there, and here comes Chloe Mazzagatti trying to take that spot away from Adam Fulford. There was contact down into 3 and 4, but Russell going to lose 2 spots, put him back to P7. Because after that early caution, we have been green for quite some time. Carter Hollingsworth continues to show the way in the 28. He's got Brandon Atkinson and Brandon Elvis back behind him. 2 of the drivers, or the 2 drivers in the championship hunt. Just 2 points separating Atkinson and Elvis. Easton Swain sitting close in the 3rd spot. Just 8 points back. Swain currently scored in the 9th spot, trying to get back around Brian Grable. Still plenty of time left, though. We're not quite to the halfway point. And at some point, some of these guys are going to start to fall off. This is a longer race under the sun at Hickory. The more green flag laps these guys put on these tires, the more tricky these things are going to be to drive. Braxton Ruiz currently behind Brandon Elvis. That's the battle for the 3rd spot. Everybody at this point in the race kind of just riding, wanting to not heat those tires up. That's going to be the big ticket here tonight. This time by Carter Hollingsworth going to see the cross flags halfway in, halfway home for the number 28 machine. It's been smooth sailing since he took the green flag. You got that second restart. You got through the restart zone very good. Got a couple car lengths. He's not had too much pressure since then. Atkinson, though, back behind him, starting to crank up the dial a little bit. Only 2 car lengths separating him. Hollingsworth going to have to be on his A game if he wants to pick up the victory. So far this season, in 5 races, we have had 4 different winners. Dylan Connor, Brandon Elvis, Brian Grable, and Braxton Nuis as of last week. If Hollingsworth or Atkinson were to win, that would be another different winner. As here comes the battle for third. Nuis to the inside. He'll take that spot with ease. Elvis did not put up too much of a fight. As the caution flag is going to fly here, Easton Swain in the 33 going around. I'm not sure what happened there. They were battling. Him and Brian Grable were battling for the 8th spot. I think Swain just got a little bit sideways there and overcorrected up off of 4 and lost the nose. We'll watch it one more time. This is on board with the 33 machine. Yeah, and you can see when he got up into the door of Brian Grable, that's what did it right there. It's hard to really save it once you make that contact. So tough break for Easton Swain. Currently 13 cars are scored on the lead lap. Ryman Castle, Connor Osborne, Bryce Bozell, and Caleb Dyer have fallen out of the event. We will get the 1 to go signal this time by Hollingsworth to the bottom. The driver's not happy with one another on the voice chat after that incident. We're going to go back green flag racing. Carter Hollingsworth goes a little bit early there. We're going to re-rack him and restack him. And the field going to get re-racked and restacked. Hollingsworth being told over race control to be easy on the starts. He went a little bit early there before the zone. Everybody going to get lined back up here. Caught back up to the pace car, and we'll go back racing. It'll be Hollingsworth, Atkinson, DeWeese, Elvis, Fulford, and Mazzagatti, your top 6. And Hollingsworth, Atkinson through the restart zone. Underway. Hollingsworth through the first lap for the lead. We've got 16 laps to go here at Hickory, and they are going to battle for the lead. Atkinson all over the back bumper of Carter Hollingsworth. Brandon Elvis going to get around DeWeese for third. Here comes Atkinson to the bottom. Hollingsworth going to roll the outside lane. It's going to be tough to beat the top side here. But coming back to 14 laps to go. They're beating and banging back behind them. Jaden Russell almost got into the back bumper of Gravy there in the 22. And these things are really driving rough now. They've had over 50 laps of green flag action on them. We have just 12 laps to go when we come back this time around. 12 to go for Carter Hollingsworth, trying to pick up his first victory of the season in the Leave the Pack Gauntlet Series. Through turns 3 and 4. Atkinson all over the back bumper, just has not been able to really make a run to the inside. We saw it that one time, but Hollingsworth was able to hold him off. Atkinson once again going to try to pull underneath coming out of 4 right here. He's going to have a lane down into turns 1 and 2. Can he get the run off the back? It's not going to look like it. 9 to go this time. Ooh, DeWeese into the back bumper of Elvis for 3rd. Looked like DeWeese might have let him gather it up a little bit there. Looked mostly accidental. As look at Adam Fulford. Thought about the outside lane around the 8 machine right there. As we come back to 8 laps to go. Hollingsworth trying to hold off Brandon Atkinson. And oh, a bobble off of 4. Here comes Brandon Atkinson to the bottom. 7 laps to go here at Hickory. And we have got a drag race down the back. This is the first time we've seen the 15 to the inside in turn 4. Can Brandon Atkinson try to get clear? Just 6 laps to go. Hollingsworth going to try to get the outside lane wound up, but he's into the wall. Atkinson up the racetrack a little bit. It looks like he's going to be clear. New leader with 5 laps to go. Give it to Brandon Atkinson. Can Carter Hollingsworth do anything about it? Can he get back to the 15? Bumper to the back of Brandon Atkinson. They're playing bumper tag back behind him. Braxton Nuis goes for a slide. And the caution flag is going to fly here with just 4 laps to go. And man, were things heating up there. We knew that something was going to happen, and around goes Braxton Nuis. Let's take a look at how it happened. He saw the bumper to the back of the 15. It looked like just a stack up right there. I don't necessarily know who you can even really blame that on, because the 8 machine got into the back bumper of the 4 right as the 71 got into the back bumper of the 8 machine. So it's pretty tough to say. We'll look at it from the drone here in slow motion. So this is down into turns 3 and 4. You see the 28 make contact right there on the bottom. And then the 8 machine gets into the back bumper of Elvis, and it looks like he checks up after that. So I don't think you can put that on the 71 machine of Adam Fulford. Tough break for Braxton Nuis, was running in the 4th spot. And he's going to be back to 13th with 3 laps to go. Pace car is back off, and through the restart zone they go. Hollingsworth got a big jump that time. Atkinson on the bottom going to have to really fend him off. White flag is out. Final time around here at Hickory. Brandon Atkinson on the bottom side. Carter Hollingsworth up top. They're door banging back behind. There's cars tangled into the wall. But Carter Hollingsworth, Brandon Atkinson are going to be side by side at the line. And Brandon Atkinson is going to win at Hickory in the street stocks. And Hollingsworth not very happy after that one. But Brandon Atkinson picks up the victory. Brandon Elvis comes home third. Carter Hollingsworth second. But what an intense final couple of laps. Got a little bit distracted by the things going on in the race. Was trying to be an admin at the same time. But man. Atkinson was able to hold off. It looked like Hollingsworth pretty much had this race won up until 5 laps to go. Atkinson got to the inside and put a little pressure on and picked up the victory. Let's head down trackside and grab a word from our top 3 finishers here this evening. Starting with our 3rd place finisher, Brandon Elvis. We'll see if we couldn't get him up in the booth. Brandon Elvis up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Winston.
Alrighty, well, a 3rd place finish here tonight. You started in P6, ended up in the 3rd place spot. A lot of green flag laps here tonight in the 60-lap event. And you guys kind of got spread out there. We were able to save your tires. We saw you and Deweese have a pretty good battle there. Ended up getting the better of them in the 3rd spot.
Yeah, when Braxton was putting pressure on me there towards the middle part of the race, I haven't really felt confident tonight at all. So I just kind of pulled up and let him go. Then we got a caution, and it kind of gave me a new lease on life and the race, and I was able to get the better of him from out. The outside really worked well for the first few laps of the run. Was able to get the better of him there. Then, like, he had some misfortune, and I hate that for him. I just kind of bottled up there, and he got the worst end of the deal, it looked like. But yeah, haven't felt good. I'll take a 3rd tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, always good to be on the podium in the car that you have 2 championships in. A little bit better racing, I'd say, than we've seen in previous weeks. It was a lot of, there was some beating and banging in there, but I think it was all what we'd call street stock racing. So it was like
I was
a fun
going to say,
race out there tonight.
Yeah, nothing more than just good old short track street stock racing. But yeah, I didn't see. It seemed like everybody who isn't in the points battles were kind of on their P's and Q's and kind of being mindful and respectful. So that's great to see going into the last 2 weeks here. Just shout out to Atkinson on getting a win. Him and Carter had a good race for the lead up there. I had nothing for him.
Yeah, it was a good battle up front with them. And like you said, Atkinson got the victory. You're 2nd in points. He was leading by 2 coming into tonight. He might have expanded it just a little bit. What can you do in these final 2 races to solidify, or I guess try to gain the points lead and be the champion?
Yeah, I think my drop week looks a little better than his does right now. So I think if we just keep him in sights and keep running good, he's going to be tough the next couple of weeks. I feel like the ARCA car is going to be kind of in my wheelhouse. So we'll see, man. It's going to be a battle right till the end, that's for sure.
Alrighty, well, before I let you go, who do you have to thank, Brandon, for a 3rd place finish here in the Gauntlet Series tonight?
Yeah, just shout out to my wife, of course, my mom and dad, Coastal Performance, Barreless Performance and Fab, Chestnut Hill Restaurant, my team at ECR, Coleman Design, BK Design for making this street stock here, and yeah, just LTP and WD Broadcasting Network. We appreciate you guys.
Alrighty, well, we congratulate you on your 3rd place run here tonight, and we wish you luck in the ARCA car and the Super here to close out the season.
All right, thanks, bud.
Yes, sir. Okay, now to talk to the bridesmaid here tonight. He was a little bit feisty after the checkered. We'll grab a word from him up here in the broadcast booth. Carter Hollingsworth 1 spot short here tonight, about 5 laps short here tonight.
I don't know why he did that. I never really did nothing. I did everything right. I don't know why he did that. I never really did nothing. I did everything right, other than letting him in the inside and just let him at my door. But oh well.
Well, sometimes you are the bat and sometimes you are the ball. Looked like tonight you may have been the ball in the closing stages of the race, but still a good run for the 28 machine. Still P2 on the podium. Who do you have to thank for a 2nd place run in your Leave the Pack return?
Kyle Chassie's Winston Deal for putting on that league and WD Broadcasting for broadcasting this race, and Levi Photography.
Alrighty, well, Carter, if we see you back here in the Leave the Pack Gauntlet Series, we hope that you have a good run, and hopefully you can be the bat next time. But good run, ended up P2. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'll be back in the Super.
Alrighty, well, it's going to be fun to see you there. Hopefully you're a little bit more comfortable than you were last night in SOF.
Yeah, all right.
All right, well, congratulations on your second place finish, Carter.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, always fun to have a little fun with Carter in the booth, Cottle Chassis' teammate. Now to talk to our winner here tonight, Brandon Atkinson. Winner here tonight, 5th different winner this season. Brandon Atkinson, up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir. WD finally able to get one done here. It was a fun race.
Yeah, it looked like a fun race from up above. Carter looked like he had it just about won going into those final 10 laps. And look, you just close the gap, put pressure on, and eventually he opened up the door enough for you to squeak by with just 5 laps to go and made it a very exciting race to the finish. You were able to hang on through those final couple restarts, but walk me through your head in those final 10 laps. How do you get to Carter? How do you track him down and make that pass?
Yeah, really just the sun was super bright and strong, so the track was hot. I was trying to just keep it nice, get it turned, and drive it straight up off the corner the entire time, really just to save the right rear because it was starting to go. And it looked like Carter's was starting to get a little bit loose there. So, once I saw that, it was like blood in the water, and I just kind of locked in there for a few laps, and it took a little bit to get by him. It was pretty tough to pass and get the run on somebody, but luckily we was able to get by him good, and everything worked out for us. So it was super tight, and of course Elvis there coming through with the green-white checkered, but it was super fun.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a good race right down to the water. I like the way you put it there, blood in the water. It definitely feels like that when you're the guy on fresher tires and the guy in front of you has burnt theirs up. It feels like there's blood in the water. You know that you're going to get by him. It's just a matter of how and can I, because you and I both know how hard it is to pass on the bottom here at Hickory. But you did a great job in the 15 machine, put it in victory lane. Our 5th different winner this season. Who do you have to thank for a victory here in the Gauntlet Series?
Just thank Skyline Chassis, all the boys that are watching, everyone that's watching. Thank you, WD, for putting the league on. It's super fun. Thank all these guys for racing us clean every week. I've been able to have a good run every week, and that's just because it seems like these guys up front, race with a good amount of respect. So thanks to them for, having a good series, and points are tight, so we're going to try to keep it consistent.
Alrighty, well, it is going to be fun watching you and Brandon, and also Dylan. Dylan's going to be up there too, I think, in the points battle here at the end. So it's going to be fun watching you three battle it out in these final couple weeks. But congratulations to you, Brandon, on your victory here tonight, and we wish you luck here in these final 2 races.
All right, thank you, WD. Have a good one.
Yep, you too, buddy. All right, that was your feature winner here tonight. We'll look at our results from tonight's feature race. We'll get them up on screen. We just talked to our winner, Brandon Atkinson. Second spot here tonight was Carter Hollingsworth after leading 55 laps. Comes home P2. Brandon Elvis P3 in the 54. Adam Fulford comes home 4th in the 71. Chloe Mazzagatti 5th in the 87. Zach Murphy 6th in the 29. Brian Grable comes home 7th in the 22 machine. The 51 of Connor Lee comes home P8. Dylan Connor P9. Jaden Russell rounds out the top 10 in the 11 machine. Braxton DeWeese in the 8 comes home P11. Logan Drumheller P12. Easton Swain P13. Ryman Castle P14. Connor Osborne P15. Bryce Bozell P16, and Caleb Dyer rounds out your field in P17. So that is going to do it for us here tonight, folks. I'm going to turn the camera on one more time to shout out the merchandise that we've got in the description below. WD Broadcasting Network shop.com. Grab your hats, your hoodies. Check out the pink collection. That's what I'm repping here today. But we'll see you guys next time here on the WD Broadcasting Network. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We've got all those things. Try to stay active on all of them. But I am your host, Winston Neal, signing it off. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Peace out.